Hey, good morning, gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Onward Men podcast. My name is Richard Mugica, and I am the founder of the Onward Men podcast, a podcast built specifically for men that want to go to the next level, for men that want to grow, for men that are not willing to settle for where they're at in life. And I'm all about the 5 M's of manhood, guys. This is what this podcast is about, and that's money, mission, muscles, mindset, and marriage. And today is something I call Money Friday. Because I believe, gentlemen, coming from my mentality around money, that money is an extremely important thing in our lives. Everything, and here's the truth about money. Everything revolves around money, right? You cannot do anything without money. So money is important. And that's the first thing that I want you to understand today is having money is important. And today, guys, on Money Friday, I want to just be straight up with you and give you a law surrounding money that I believe is probably the greatest law about money. And that is you will never make more than you believe you are worth. You will never make more money than you believe you deserve. And I remember, guys, I was making $40,000 a year for my dad, and I never thought I would make anything more than that. I was just in that mentality of, you know what, $40,000 a year, maybe I'll get to 60, maybe I'll get to 70. There's no way I'll ever get to $100,000 a year. I mean, it was out of my even span of thinking at the time. I couldn't even grasp that level of money, even like 6 figures. Like, it's never gonna happen, right? And so something radically changed when I went from working for my dad in a crop duster environment, and then I went to go work for my first and greatest mentor. His name is Bedros Keuilian. And I worked underneath that guy, and he mentored me, and he taught me things about money, about life, about business that I will never forget. That education was worth millions of dollars from my mentor. And one thing I remember happening, guys, as I was around these really high performing men, every day we would have these guys walk into our office, the Ed Miletts and the Steve Weatherfords and the guy First Form, Andy Frisilla, and we'd have Randy Garn walking through our doors, and we'd have Tom Bayou, and all these big name dudes, all these guys making tons of money. And what I realized, guys, is that, man, it's just small thinking. It's just that these guys believe, man, they have these abilities to think big. They have this ability to see, man, you know what? Money's everywhere. Money is not limited resource. Money is literally everywhere in this world, and there's no lack of it. And you can make as much of it as you want, as long as you believe that you deserve it. And that was me, guys. I didn't believe I deserved that much money. I didn't believe I was worth that much money. Hence why I didn't make any. And until you understand this point, until you grasp this point, it's going to be really hard to increase your income because you're always going to have those self-limiting beliefs. And we hear about this all the time. But it's so true. Until you raise your level of identity, until you raise your standards of what you believe you are capable of, until you raise your standard of what you are worth financially, you will never make more money. It's as simple as that. But on the other end of the spectrum, the opposite is true because I've gone through this personally as a man. Once you raise your identity to a certain level of money, it is really hard to go backwards from there. For instance, if you're making $200,000 and that's what you believe you're worth right now, once you start making under $200,000, you do everything in your power to get back to $200,000 a year, $300,000 a year. It's just how the game works, guys. So my best piece of advice to start raising your identity around money, to start raising your level of worth, is to get around guys, get around people that are making lots of it. That is by far the fastest way to increase your level of identity and to start making profoundly more money in your life. And I've experienced this firsthand. I know the power of just being around guys making 7, 8 and 9 figures a year. That alone will raise your awareness. That alone will start opening your mindset. That alone will start crushing your self-limiting beliefs and let you see that, man, I can make it. I can do more things. There's no cap on my income right now except the cap that I put on myself. And once you get to that awareness, gentlemen, around money, it's a game changer. It's a game changer. So that's why it is mightily important that you invest, that you go to masterminds, that you go to conferences, that you go to seminars and put yourself in a position to win. Put yourself in a position to see other men doing it every single day, and it's going to raise your level of standards. It's going to raise your level of identity, and pretty soon you're going to operate from a standpoint of, I am worth it. I am more than worth it. I am more than capable, and if they can do it, I can do it. And that is a law, gentlemen, of money. You will never make more than you believe you are worth. That is the greatest law, in my opinion, around money. Raise your identity. Understand that you have no limited potential on income, and money is everywhere. If you are making 40, 60, whatever you're making right now, let me tell you firsthand, gentlemen, I know you can make way, way more. There's nothing stopping you. It's just that you got to get past that mental, that psychological state in your head that you believe those boundaries, those self-limiting beliefs right now. Crush them. The fastest way to crush them, get around high-performance men. That is my message today, guys. I hope you take this to heart. I hope you start literally getting around high-performance men every day. Think what you can do to be around somebody successful, somebody successful, somebody successful. And that's in every area of your life. I don't care if that's money, if that's family, if that's relationships. The more you're around it, the better you will become. That is my message. All right, guys. Again, you can find me at Onward Men on Instagram. You can go to richardmugica.com for sales and influence to become a better influencer. And you can also go to the onwardmenpodcast.com for every manly episode of this podcast. All right, guys. I hope that you dominate your weekend. Never, never surrender. Always push forward. And you are an Onward Man. All right. We'll see you later. Bye.